As I began to understand and hear more stories about my dad, his life, and the way he grew up, God revealed one question to me. How could I be so angry, resentful, and bitter towards a man who didn't know how to be a father? God showed me forgiveness from my dad, and it was because of that forgiveness that I finally became the man, the husband, and the dad that God meant for me to be.
And I get to the hospital bed and my dad is completely passed out. And I grabbed his hand. I knew I needed to say it then, and I couldn't even repeat the words that I said. I just know that it was full of love and forgiveness and wishing him the best. And when I turned around, the nurse had walked into the room while I was talking to my dad. And she was just full of tears. And she said, I just didn't want to interrupt you to tell you that he passed away an hour earlier. And I said, you know what? I didn't do that for him. I did that for me. And I did. It was important for me to truly forgive him in my heart. It's the best thing I've ever done.
I said to myself, I forgive you. And I did it from the heart. And then I asked God to forgive me for even thinking that way, you know. All those years of resentment were gone.
I think fathers make a mistake when they assume that things will be a good substitute for themselves. So when a dad says, I know I'm working extra hard, but I'm trying to provide good things for you and the kids. I don't know of a kid that would say, oh Dad, please work harder. Don't come to the ball games. Don't spend any time with me. But make lots of money so that I can have everything that I want. If it comes right down to it, they'd rather have you than they would all the stuff. They'd rather have you at their ball game. They'd rather have you eat dinner with them. They'd rather have you put them to bed at night.
What do you think is the best thing a father can do for his children?
Be a man of God. Honestly, you can get into the accolades of encouraging your kids and things of that nature, but I want to be the man that God's called me to be in front of my son. And when I am that man, I walk in a strength and in a presence that I could never accomplish on my own. I have no problem going into my son's room and saying, I just want you to know I messed up. I got angry with you about such and such, and would you forgive me for that? And man, that just means the world to him.
The best thing a father can do for his children is love their mother. But for a child to see his father love their mother, something happens in that child receives that centers their life.
But your greatest calling in life, the impact you're going to make that is greater than any other impact, is at home.
As a dad.